on the flip side, you have the logic that, well, you know, the IPL comes hard and fast at you, and there's so many games being played, so you want to have a cover as well. So there's it's a bit of a dichotomy. You don't know where to go.
So Mumbai does that. Mumbai says, I've got a huge squad, I've got a huge support staff, I'll keep maintaining
They've
this.
got 2 backups for each person.
7 guys, 8 guys, 10 guys will not travel, 14 will travel. So that's a two nation theory kind of, you know, 2 teams, a non-playing team and a playing team. And KKR is okay, I'll carry everyone with. So it depends on what you subscribe to and what works for you.
We know what KKR subscribes to. Let's have a look at their. They've kept their squad tight. And this
KKR,
time,
you have to ask the team pre-injury or post-injury or while injury or
which one?
When the team that's coming up is pre-injury or post-injury or during injury?
This is, we shouldn't say pre-injury because that will mean that you're expecting them to. This is a full strength, full fitness squad. There you go. So they did pick up quite a few players, right? This time you realize, and they picked up some good ones. Quite like the fact that there's Joe Denley there. You've got Brathwaite as well. So they've got a bit of backup.
It's a very good side.
Yeah.
You look at that first 11. Pick up first 11. What's it called? My Super Team on MPL.
Yeah.
Pick your My Super Team, and then you'll realize that for key players, if not like for like, there's good replacement. Something happens to Andre Russell, the tape comes off, suppose, and you can't find glue to put it back on again. You've got
Brathwaite.
So Brathwaite comes in. Something happens to Chris Lynn, suppose one of the shoulders pops out again. You've got Joe Denley who will give you a little bit of bowling. Something happens to Sunil Narine, they still got Joe Denley to open the batting there. Something happens to a Lockie Ferguson, you've got Harry Gurney to come in there.
Yeah.
You've got a solid Indian batting core in Uthappa, Gill, Rinku Singh, Nitish Rana. So there's a
and
good
captain.
Huh?
And captain.
And Dinesh Karthik.
Yeah.
So there's a very good Indian core. So actually, if you work on the principle that you're not going to make too many changes. The only trouble will be, what if Kuldeep Yadav has to go? I don't have a lot of I don't have too much replacement there.
Yeah.
But that's true of everything.
No, the other thing is that they don't have an Indian fast bowler. I mean, Prasidh Krishna is their main strike bowler. You're going to go and play matches in places like, you know, Bombay, you know, and Sandeep Warrior and Prasidh Krishna as your... Even in the Eden Gardens, Prasidh Krishna and, you know, Sandeep Warrior as your top 2 fast bowlers is not... The opposition is not going to be scared of that for sure.
Fair enough. And so, but the question is,
there's a big fast bowler coming from South
how is the Eden Gardens feeling this season? The
Eden
Gardens is feeling pacey and bouncy this season again.
And they just had a huge storm today. They call it a Kalboishaki. So it'll be interesting because today is 22nd. Their first match is on the 24th. So the pitch would have been it would have seen a fair amount of rain today.
So that's the thing with KKR fans. They monitor the weather and their team minute by minute.
Of course they do. They're nerds. They're cricket nerds, all of them. But you got to see, you see the KKR squad this year, and they've made some good they put some real booster shots into that team. They've made some backups for some interesting people. So you have a good looking, solid purple team this time, and quite enjoyed Dinesh Karthik's captaincy last time.
No, absolutely. He was superb. I think this year for them, what they need is one of these 2 Indian guys to really go big. Either, you know, Robin to discover his form, the form that made us champions in 2014. Or Shubman Gill. This could be his breakthrough season.
He's my number 4 or 3.
Yeah, and he could have a really, really big year.
Yeah.
The other thing, interestingly, what KKR is doing is they have this thing now called the KKR Academy. So the fringe players, especially the fringe Indian players, a lot of these guys, they meet up at least 3-4 times a year and have camps. And they invite another 5-10 players. So what happens is 2 things. One is the physio, this thing knows you very well, so they know what your body is like and they monitor you mid-season. Secondly, these guys get some practice, specific T20 practice. Thirdly, they get to know each other well. All this works well, and you know, it's also part of the larger package that the amount of money that's now in cricket, and thanks to the new broadcast deal, teams are now, you know, opening the purse strings and doing these things, and I think it's important for them.
Shiva Mavi is a big loss, though. I mean, I don't think India is ready to. India outside the main Indian national team or A is ready to handle fast bowlers because we've got this lovely crop coming through. But I don't know if at the state level they quite know how to handle the crop, which is what Rahul Dravid had feared long ago. They'll just bowl them into the dust. Shiva Mavi is a very fine prospect, but he's not available to you. So he's a big miss. But Prasidh Krishna had a good season. Maybe Sandeep Warrior will have a good season. I think if on tracks that will stop and turn with Sunil Narine, Piyush Chawla, Kuldeep Yadav, they'll actually be a better side.
Yeah, they will. I mean, and that's what they were. I mean, they've always done that well when Eden Gardens was turning, when you had Shakib in the team as well, and they would always sort of turn the opposition out.
Is there a confidential email that you have access to that has gone out to Morne Morco?
Morne Morkel will
He
be a
seems
good
just right, just perfect
just
fit to come into the side.
Yeah, and he's such a. And see, the other thing is for pitches like Bombay North, he gets bounced with that kind of height, and that's really what KKR needs. One big fast bowler up front who's going to go and bounce it in.
But that means you've got Chris Lane and Sunil Narine playing for Shaw. You've got Andre Russell playing for Shaw. That means he takes your fourth spot.
Basically,
no, Lockie Ferguson. You've got Lockie Ferguson. He's a good bowler.
So it's between Lockie Ferguson, whoever else you get as the fast bowler, because KKR is not going to change this very much.
Yeah.
It'll be Lin or Lin replacement. Narine definitely on the Russell or
the guy whose
Bradford.
name I love, the guy with the fancy hairstyle, the West Indian guy was the most beautiful name in the IPL.
Javon Searles?
Javon Searles, but his middle name was the interesting one. But they've
Javon Serendipity,
something like that. But they'll have backup. If something happens to Lockie Ferguson, they've got Harry Gurney, but he's the kind who sort of takes the pace off a little bit. So they'll need another fast bowler.